That was smooth. Okay, let's try again. Okay, I didn't even make it that time. One more time. That is the best it's gonna get. Alright. Hi. Welcome back. We're doing something a little interesting today. I am in the middle of quarantine. So I realized I said I was in the middle of quarantine, but I'm actually in the middle of social isolation because quarantine and social isolation are two different things. Quarantine implies that I am sick and currently withdrawing myself from society. Not like I already don't do that, but I'm in social isolation. And I am bored as hell. So today we're going to film a video of sorts, and we're gonna see how it goes. So today I'm going to be organizing. Oh, I should have brought it over. Oh, but now I have to. Okay, hold on. We are going to be organizing, blammo, my trusty hard drive, because I have been meaning to do that for a very long time, but I just haven't been able to have the opportunity to really sit down and just like go through all my pictures and put them into the appropriate folders, and I love organizing, so we're gonna try that out today. So I will see you in the voiceover. Bye. Alright, welcome to the voiceover. So we started off great googling how to screen record because I'm a grandma. So now we're just gonna open up my hard drive, go into my photo file, which is called Potatoes because I'm a quirky bitch. So then we're gonna kind of go around and just organize this whole folder because everything's kind of messy and out of place. So this folder is kind of nothing in it, it's just all my sister's photos, so I'm just gonna rename it after her name and ignore that. So this is the first folder that we're gonna go through. These are just like a bunch of random pictures, I guess, that I put together. I don't know, 2018 Jasmine was such a weirdo. So I'm going to create a folder that's labeled edited, and I'm going to put all my edited folder photos into that folder. Typically I can tell the difference between a edited and a non-edited folder based on the file type. So if it's a CR2 file, then it's a RAW file, and I don't export in RAW, which means that that is the original photo. So I just drag everything into that folder, and yeah, that's kind of it. Until I realized post filming this that I dragged all the unedited photos into the edited folder, which was, you know, a dummy thing to do. So I just went ahead and took all those back out and then put all the actual edited photos into that folder. Oh my god, I really can't say these. It's like a tongue twister to say photos, edited, and folder. So yeah, it's basically done. All my non-edited folders are out of that folder there, so I can kind of tell the difference between which ones are the originals and which ones have gone through processing. Everything is nice and organized and Marie Kondoed. I'm just going to rename my folder an appropriate name other than so I'm probably just simple, boring, mundane name like Japan combo trees, because some pictures are from Japan and some are of trees, and that is just a phenomenal way of naming things, I think, in my very humble opinion. And I'm just going to go around and do the same for my other photos. But you can see, I'm just going to show another kind of example of how I edit my folders. As you can see, this file is a little bit more overwhelming. Because there are just so many more pictures. But I do have another folder on my hard drive that is dedicated to just my edited photos, because this was before Organized Jasmine came into my life. So I'm just going to drag out a new Finder window of my hard drive in order to get a side-by-side look of my edited photos and my non-edited ones, so I can easily drag and drop it in. So I'm just going to find the folder that says edited potatoes. My blind ass really can't see. There we go, we found it. And we're just going to see which ones kind of match up. So there's my new folder. I'm just going to call it edited and drag the ones that I see that are replicated into that folder, because I know those have been through processing, and then I know which ones that I've edited and which ones I haven't. So things were going fine and dandy. I was, burning my eyeballs out, but I was getting work done until I opened the fateful uploaded March 14th, 2019 folder. And in here, I found hundreds and hundreds of photos of just really random stuff. And by random, I mean, like, these pictures were taken, like, all over the world, like Shanghai, France, Vancouver, where I live, and they were just of, like, the most random things. And I realized I did not sort these ever, nor did I have a folder dedicated to these subsections of photos. So then I realized that I was going to have to sort all of them. And then here is very real footage of me having a complete and total mental breakdown because, staring at a screen for an hour does stuff to your brain, and realizing that you had royally messed up does even more stuff to your brain. There I am, freaking out for a solid few minutes with my head in my hands, realizing that I had kicked myself in the butt before I even knew I was kicking myself in the butt. And after that, I just, steamrolled my body like they do in cartoons. But no matter, we were going to carry on and try to untangle this yarn that had been mauled by 6 cats and, really try to figure this stuff out. So what I noticed in this file then was that it was kind of separated by places, which is good because I can very distinctly remember a lot of the pictures that I took in different places. So I realized a lot of these pictures are taken in Shanghai. So I went to my Shanghai folder, opened a window with all of those pictures on it, and I immediately selected all of the raw folders pictures of Shanghai and dropped them into the Shanghai folder and replace all the ones that I needed to replace, and that was already significantly more decluttered than before. Right, until that was the moment that I realized that, oh no, I had just dragged all the photos from Shanghai into this one folder without distinguishing whether they had been edited or not edited. So basically this was just a folder filled with pictures without separating the ones that had gone through further processing, so I could put them into my before folder because, hence it's called the before folder, so that has the images that were supposed to be there before editing. And I didn't do that. So here is footage of me breaking down again. So yes, this footage is obviously a little over-dramatized, but it's the film industry after all. I'm only human. But, you get the idea. So once again, after I had picked myself back up, I decided that I was going to have to organize it again. So then I figured out my most genius idea, which was to write down the names of all the edited files, so then I could cross-reference it with the ones that hadn't been edited yet, so I could drag the ones that I didn't edit into the before folder. This is confusing. So then after I birthed my genius idea, I went into the search file and I went to search for all those numbers until my computer crashed and you could see a little spinny wheel of death, and thus the third mental breakdown. So once I finished banging my head into my desk, I went back into the original folder and I tagged all the unedited images with purple so that I could move them back into my before folder. So once the unedited photos had been separated from the rest of the pack, not unlike how I performed in my old cross-country meets, I dragged them all into the before folder. So it was nice and organized. So now with the Shanghai folder now finally all sorted out, I then just cleaned up the rest of the folder by making new folders and dragging in those pictures, etc, etc, etc. You get the gist. So now everything was finally separated into their nice, neat rows, not unlike those neat little houses in those cul-de-sacs in the TV shows where everybody has a dark sexual secret. This was very satisfying to do, but also kind of sad to watch an hours of work condensed into 13 minutes. So me and my bird brain forgot to film an outro, so here it is. Thank you guys for watching my video, even though it might be just, the two of you, but I see you. Thank you. And hope you guys enjoyed watching me frantically edit stuff and organize things with, no brain cells left in my body. So yeah, tune in for hopefully some sort of next video. Bye.